President Trump weighing in on tariffs and its impact on the economy, saying they're working, quote, big time. Our senior economics reporter Steve Liesman joining us with some fact-checking on the president's tweets. Steve.
Morgan, thank you. Yes, some controversial comments from the president in those tweets. Let's fact-check these Trump tariff tweets. He said tariffs are working big time. Well, the trade deficit is rising, could be up by as much as $100 billion this year. The dollar is strengthening, offsetting at least some of that tariff impact. Only Mexico so far looks to be anywhere close to a trade deal. Some noises from Europe. China looks to be digging in. He said every country on earth wants to take wealth out of the U.S., always to our detriment. Well, every country trades for its own benefit. The countries don't even trade so much as companies and individuals trade. Trade is not seen as a zero-sum game. It's supposed to be good for both exporter and importer. And we send them dollars, they send us goods, not necessarily to our detriment. I say as they come, tax them, the president said. Well, actually, it's U.S. consumers and companies who mostly pay the tariffs costs in higher prices. It's essentially seen as a tax. It means, he went on to say, it means jobs and great wealth. If we go to the next screen here, guys, there it is. It means jobs and great wealth there in yellow. Well, most economists, in fact, 59% in our CNBC Fed survey, almost all the commentary I read says tariffs reduce jobs and wealth, in fact, by a 5 to 1. For every job saved, maybe 5 jobs are lost. The president said because of tariffs, we'll be able to start paying down large amounts of the $21 trillion in debt. Well, tariff revenue is in billions, maybe tens of billions. The deficit, however, is in trillions, so like 0.1% maybe. Tariff revenue is offset by slower U.S. growth, not to mention the idea that we have to do a $12 billion bailout of the farm business. And then this last one, we will make better trade deals for our country. Well, that is possible, unclear at this point. That ultimately could prove some of what the president is saying is correct. We asked the administration for a statement explaining this. They said, trading partners such as China have used state subsidies and other measures to give their goods an unfair advantage over American products. Tariffs remove those advantages, giving U.S. and foreign companies incentive to make and sell goods in the United States. Moreover, the tariffs are intended to get others to change their unfair behavior. This will lead to better trade deals for American businesses and workers. Additionally, taxes on unfairly subsidized imports also are a source of revenue. So I guess all of that, John, might be true in the future, but it's a little hard to see how it's true now. John, back to you.
Steve, you talk to a lot of economists. What's their reaction when the president tweets something like this that gets such a nuanced analysis from you? Do they just sort of shrug and think, well, that's the president?
Almost nobody agrees with President Trump or his single advisor, Pete Navarro's take on trade. I guess Larry Kudlow may have come around a little bit to endorsing the president's view on trade, maybe Kevin Hassett a little bit, but almost everybody believes the president is wrong on trade. I guess they do provide a certain concession that maybe he'll be proven true in the future if these are actually negotiations. But the big problem that I hear, John, is it's really unclear what the president's motives are here. If it's this idea that he's suddenly become a free trader, then that has a potential positive. But most people don't even actually believe that. They think that the president means to erect these trade barriers permanently, and that is really where the danger is for potential long-term damage to the economy.